take my crown. Oh, Jah bless, I say no man curse. Things getting better when they thought it would be worse. Here comes the officers asking for a search. They found no weapon, just only a draw first. But I'm so solid as a rock, they just can't stop me now. Even when they set their traps, they just can't stop me now. People
Great is the PNM. Great is the PNM. And we shall prevail. To our esteemed political leader and Prime Minister, who is on his way and will join us shortly, the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley. Our Lady Vice Chairman and Member of Parliament for Aruka Maloney, the Honorable Camille Robinson-Regis. Our Member of Parliament for Arima and Minister of Planning and Development, the Honorable Penelope Beckles. Our child of the PNM, Senator Laurel Lizama Leasing. Our various deputy political leaders who are here, Honorable Joan Yule Williams and Honorable Fitzgerald Hines, and all my cabinet colleagues, ministers of government, officers of the movement, officers of the executive of Arima, His Worship the Mayor of Arima, and all councillors and members of the Arima Borough Council. Welcome to the PNM meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, residents of Arima, and citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. It's a very important time in this country when people seem to have forgotten the sins of the UNC and the sins of the partnership and the sins of Alibaba and the 40 thieves, who more than them could thief. But you know, they come Monday after Monday and they want to call everybody thief. I want to remind Trinidad and Tobago that it was during 2010 to 2015 that for the first time we saw a siphon plugged into the Treasury, and these people raped the Treasury consistently for 5 years plus, and now they want to come back. You will have the opportunity in the next 3 years to decide whether you will go with the stable PNM or whether you return to the mayhem of the UNC. And so, I draw your focus and your attention. Ladies and gentlemen, let us please stand and welcome the political leader of the People's National Movement, the Member of Parliament for Nigger Martin West, a man who we support tremendously to lead our great party and to continue to lead Trinidad and Tobago for as long as he is willing to. I didn't hear you. To continue to lead this great party and to continue to lead Trinidad and Tobago. Because if ever a time we needed a strong leader, this is such a time. It took a leader with vision, and a leader with courage, and a leader committed and determined to guide our young people to establish a ministry called the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service. For the first time in our history, we had a youth ministry and a ministry specifically dedicated to the development of our young people. For that, we say thank you. And of course, my good friend and colleague started the innings the Honorable Fitzgerald Hines, and when he went on to other things, I was asked to continue the work that he started. Very soon, we will take legislation to the Parliament for the establishment of a youth development agency in Trinidad and Tobago, ladies and gentlemen. Leading the way in the English-speaking Caribbean as we revolutionize the approach to youth development, as we take careful note of the programs required and necessary for the development of our young people, as we put in place the structures and facilities and a new management model for our various youth programs and our youth development centers. This agency in Trinidad and Tobago, we go to the Parliament, Cabinet has approved the establishment of a National Youth Development Agency. Young people, we have your back. We have your back. I would have indicated to you before that work has already started on the refurbishment of the Presto Youth Camp and on the Chatham Youth Camp in Point Fortin. We aim to provide safe spaces where our young people who require certain skill sets in terms of vocational training and other sorts and other programs to get into a residential setting at these various camps, Presto, Chatham. We will as well establish the El Dorado Camp for Girls. You would be pleased to know that here in the East Trinidad in Wallafield, the government will construct a new youth camp for both male and female in Wallafield. And those in the West, you are not forgotten at all, because very soon a contract will be awarded for the refurbishment of the Chagaramas Convention Center and to repurpose that facility as a youth camp for our young people in West Trinidad. Added to that facility will be 50 acres of agricultural land in the West in Chagaramas for the agricultural component of our facility in West Trinidad, so that all our young people who are interested in agriculture, no matter where you are, whether you are in the West, in the East, in the North, in the South, in Central Trinidad, in Tobago, wherever you are, you will have access to vocational training in a residential or non-residential facility. Work has already started on the St. Michael Home for Boys in Diego Martin. And at that facility, ladies and gentlemen, you know that that facility will be focused on providing vocational training for wards of the state, otherwise known as CHINs, children under the supervision of the state, and it's designed for our young men, ladies and gentlemen. Work has been completed. I'm not telling you about things that we're just talking about, you know. This is an action-packed government, you know. We are about delivering services to all the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Work, and we will not be distracted. We will not be distracted by old talk. We will focus on the truth and the work that the people have elected us to do. Work has already started, work has been completed, on the Josephine Shaw Transition Home in Port of Spain, and this facility is for young women. Very soon, we will commission that facility for the use of our young women transitioning out of residential living, the community homes, and that 2-year transition period will allow them to transition into what you would call regular life. We will upgrade and expand the transition home for boys at St. Madeleine to increase the intake, because we recognize that the need exists. In Couva, at the Sevilla compound, we will establish a transition home for young ladies there as well. And at the beach camp facility in Palo Seco, another transition home for our young men. We are making sure that we take care of the future of our nation, ladies and gentlemen of Trinidad and Tobago. Cabinet has appointed a National Service Advisory Committee headed by Dr. Ruby Allen, and that committee will soon complete its work and submit its report to the Cabinet. In the meantime, we will soon start work on the Old Mausika Teachers Training College that currently houses the MyLAT program, the MyPAT program, and the CCC program. Our intention is to increase the intake, to double the intake in terms of the MyLAT and the MyPAT program, and increase the facility for the CCC program, a program that recently celebrated 20 years. And that program has made a significant impact on the lives of our young people. The government has approved the use of the beach camp facility in Palo Seco as a new national service complex that will accommodate over 1,000 cadets, ladies and gentlemen. What we are doing is that throughout the island of Trinidad, and indeed we have started discussions with our friends in Tobago as well, but throughout Trinidad and Tobago, we will have facilities available for training for our young people. You don't see that making the front page. But that is news that should be making the front page. That is news that the media should be carrying so that our young people can see that they have the training opportunities and that there's an emphasis on entrepreneurship that you can pursue after you acquire your skills. Right here in Malabar, the Prime Minister recently, on learning of the talent that exists in that area, gave instructions to pay attention to the young men from the Malabar Young Stars Football Club. You familiar with that organization? It is at Gardenia and Croton Lane. And it was founded by Mr. Clint Busby, and produced players such as Isaiah Lee, Ronaldo Francois, and Kishon Hackshaw, players who have played on the national and international scale for Trinidad and Tobago. And we have a Prime Minister who is very alert to social media. So he noticed what is taking place there, and he said, we are going to do something in Malabar to develop a facility for these young men. And already discussions have started between the Ministry of Youth Development and the Ministry of Housing to construct a facility in Malabar for the benefits of the young people in that community. Ladies and gentlemen, I see some excitement taking place in the crowd there. Like we have some people from Malabar in the house. We are very, are those councillors in the area there? Oh. Councillors from Malabar. That's some good news for you. A gift from your Prime Minister. We are very concerned about food security. And I have visited already our new Minister of Agriculture and his team. They are all present here. Give them a round of applause. They hit the road running. And we are working together because we want to make sure the young people, those who are interested, every single one of them, have an opportunity to train and practice agriculture in Trinidad and Tobago. And then I could tell you about the YAP program. Well, I see certain people getting very excited about the YAP program even more than the PNM. It is a program that is designed to offer 1-year training, a certificate training in agriculture at ECIAF for those young persons who have applied and been successful. Following that 1 year, we will move them onto the lands for another 1 year of practical training. You'll be pleased to know, ladies and gentlemen, that the government has decided to use some of the idle state lands, former Petrotrin lands, other state lands. I wouldn't say county lands because I might get another letter. But lands that are available and belong to the citizens, all of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. We will put in the infrastructure, that is to say access roads and water and lights, etc. It is a homestead development, and upon successful completion of that 2-year program, you must demonstrate that you have a keen interest and you have successfully completed the program. You will then gain access to those lands to establish your homestead farm. You will receive technical services from the Ministry of Agriculture. As a matter of fact, the program is so designed to create successes that even the initial brush cutting, rotavating, and plowing services will be provided by the state. The first cohort is some 200 young people that were drawn from throughout the country, from throughout the national community. We will establish these estates in Point Fortin. I heard somebody saying that all of these estates only go in their constituencies where they control, and it's their constituency and their constituency. This is the government of Trinidad and Tobago. So it is where the lands are available. If you have land in Belmont, tell me and I will talk to the Prime Minister and we'll establish homestead there. Brother Hines, if you have land in your constituency, we will establish homestead there. But when we look at the available lands, there are lands in Point Fortin, in Labre, in Faizabad, in Valencia, in Talparo, in Todd Road, in Santa Cruz, and Grand Vancouver, and that is where the homesteads will be established. For all the citizens, I today received a legal letter about homestead. And we will reply in due course, but it will not deter us from doing the work that we were elected to do. Because what they expect is, as they attack our policy, we saw the PNM, founded by Eric Williams, continued by George Chambers, 33, back into government by Patrick Manning, Dr. the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley. We saw in the PNM, so afraid them that we will abandon the young people of Trinidad and Tobago. That will not happen. That and a pink donkey around Woodford Square they will not see. They could talk and they could talk, and we will work and we will work for the benefit of all the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, ladies and gentlemen. So in winding up, I must tell you that we have the MILAT program, extremely successful, run by the Ministry of Youth and the military. And the successes we have been seeing in that program, young men 16 to 20 years old came in with 0 levels, leaving with 6 and 7. So what, as a responsible government, do you think we will do? We will expand it so that we have more successes. We will include the young women in this program because it has been so successful and it is working for young people. The Retiree Adolescent Partnership Program, a program where we have the senior citizens joining with the children from the not the post-primary, the common, not common entrance, what is it again? SEA class, to assist them in their homework and preparation for the examination. We will continue that program. The Amplify program that we will launch this Friday at NESC. That program is designed, that work was started by my colleague. We're now going to put it on stream, Brother Hines, in skilled music producers and arrangers. The All Set program that we launched last week, a heavy equipment program to train our young people in the operation of heavy equipment, excavator, backhoe, skid, steer, forklift, as we prepare them for the place of work. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we will continue these development programs. There's so much for me to tell you, but tonight my time is limited. So I will continue to speak to you through other forum to explain to you the work that the government is doing for the young people of Trinidad and Tobago. Our non-residential centers to be established throughout the island. We are going to be coming to you. We're going to be establishing these non-residential centers. One is to be established in Toko Sandy Grande. We are to establish and expand the one at Laventille. We will be coming to several areas of the country. South Trinidad, Central Trinidad, because what we are doing is we are taking the training to you. And tonight, I want to tell you that if you're serious about the development of Trinidad and Tobago, don't be distracted by the old talk, you know. Place your confidence in the PNM, because the PNM has worked for you. Place your confidence in this Prime Minister, the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley. And this cabinet of serious men and women. We're not about Bacchanal and Kankata. We are about the development of this country. So that we will all be able to say, great is the PNM. Great is the PNM. Great is the PNM. And we shall prevail. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.